on the corner of 25 West Main Street in downtown Vermilion. The spot, Winnie Mae's, is proud to support programming on Coyote News. The spot, Winnie Mae's, providing salon and spa services for men, women, and children.
Coming up on Coyote News, we'll tell you about what USD has planned for Sexual Awareness Month.
Plus, students present their concepts during Idea Fest. Coyote News starts right now.
Live from the Al Newharth Media Center, this is Coyote News.
Hello, thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Solik.
And I'm Devin Martin. We'll get to those stories and more. But first, USD has named Todd Lee as the new men's head basketball coach.
Lee's a USD alum from Huron who's collected a national title and multiple championships throughout his coaching career. He's coached at UC Irvine, CSU Bakersfield, San Diego, and most recently, Grand Canyon University. During his time as an associate head coach at Grand Canyon, he helped lead the team to a 103-58 record. 3 people were wounded after a woman opened fire at YouTube's headquarters in the San Francisco Bay Area yesterday. The shooter, identified as Nasim Ogdam, died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Ogdam believed that YouTube was trying to censor her content and told family members that she hated the company. Ogdam didn't specifically target the 3 victims. Facebook is restricting the user data it allows outsiders to access. The move is part of steps being taken to address the fallout from its worst privacy crisis in years. In addition, the company is also removing the option to search for users by entering a phone number or an email address. Facebook says businesses that had phone or email information on customers were able to collect profile information this way. So Carter, what was with yesterday's snow? I thought you said I could put my jacket away.
Well, Lauren, sometimes the weather isn't always predictable. In fact, it looks like more snow this weekend. Right now, it's 39 degrees outside. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing any spring-like temperatures this week. After yesterday's snow, we can expect cooler temps. Tonight will be mostly cloudy with a low around 24. Tomorrow, it'll be partly sunny with temperatures getting up to 43. We should start to see some of the snow melt thanks to these temps. Thursday night, we'll see a drop down to 18. Friday will also be partly sunny with a high of 30. Friday night, we'll get down to a low around 19. And for your weekend forecast, there's potential for some more snow to head our way. Saturday will be partly sunny with a high near 42, and there's a chance of snow overnight on Saturday. As for Sunday, there's a 70% chance of precipitation with a high around 43. Due to the weekend's weather, the home tennis match has been moved to Sioux Falls on Saturday, and the Dakota Duels track meet has been canceled. And that's your Coyote weather.
April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and as Coyote News' Morgan Matson reports, several campus groups are teaming up to spread awareness about the issue.
Yesterday in the Muck, iCare, PAVE, and the Women, Gender, and Sexuality Studies Department all tabled together. The event, called a Stomp Out Sexual Violence Rally, aimed to spread awareness.
The rally is just to kind of unite students together, to kind of join our voice, to just let people know that we want change and we're going to start making change.
PAVE is a national organization with a USD chapter.
PAVE stands for Promoting Awareness Victim Empowerment. So through awareness events and fundraisers, we just start shattering the silence of sexual violence, just having the conversation, and just really starting to make change here on campus.
At the rally, PAVE members educated that sexual assault is more than just a woman's issue.
So it really makes it not just a women's issue, it makes it a women's issue, a men's issue, an LGBTQ issue. It just gets more people involved. We're going to try to educate people about what consent is and also educate people to not be a bystander.
Members of the iCare team also tabled at the rally to spread information about positive bystander behavior.
iCare is a program that comes out of the OVW DOJ Office of Violence Against Women Department of Justice grant for campus safety. And as part of that grant, we developed what's called a community coordinated response team. And that involves everyone on campus that's involved with sexual assault. iCare is the name that we have for that CCRT and the overall effort to end sexual assault at USD.
This rally served as a way to highlight other awareness events coming up throughout the month of April, such as a What We Were Wearing exhibit hosted by PAVE. The exhibit is meant to highlight survivors' stories.
The purpose of it is to share the stories of survivors of sexual assault and to shatter the stigma and the stereotype of it was because of what you were wearing.
This exhibit, which calls out rape culture, can be found on the second floor of the ID Weeks library.
So the What We Were Wearing exhibit was created to kind of dismantle that rape culture statement of what were you wearing. And so it just showcases different stories of sexual assault survivors that were brave enough to share their stories with us. It's just a way to kind of just show empowerment and show unity. It's a really great exhibit, and I'm excited for everybody to get a chance to check it out.
Reporting for Coyote News, I'm Morgan Matson.
The exhibit is open throughout the month of April. PAVE is planning a March for Consent 5K run next semester, and they'll continue to program with eye care.
The viral video of USD student Stephen Wilson singing the national anthem in the Lakota language is one of many efforts by the USD marketing department. The marketing team works on multiple platforms such as print, digital, social media, or billboards to tell meaningful and impactful stories about students and alumni and showcase the brand and expertise that the college offers.
That's what's so good and fun about working at a university is you get to tell a lot of different stories. And so for our job here, it's like we get to tell innovative stories about the medical school, additionally the law school, College of Arts and Science, and so it really makes for a diverse array of stories that we get to tell on a daily basis, which makes it really fun.
The Marketing and University Relations Department is located in Slagle Hall in room 108 and offers creative services such as graphic design, poster printing, and laminating. After the break, a veteran's artwork is showcased on campus.
This is Coyote News.
2 USD journalism students are finalists for the Eric Severide Awards at the Midwest Journalism Conference. The Loud and Brown radio show is hosted by Mickey Abbott and Xavier Wright. Abbott was the original host for the diversity-themed radio show.
Loud and Brown came up when I kind of witnessed a lack of diversity in student media on campus, and I was talking to some of my friends about it, and we decided that if there wasn't any, we should do something about it.
Wright is one of the co-hosts that was also nominated and says he was very surprised about making it as a finalist.
Well, to be nominated for an award is really special to us because our school and our major hasn't really had any recipients of that award in some time, so to be the first people in a long time to do that was really special.
The show airs every Thursday night at 8. The piece that they entered discussed the topic of AIDS.
So we got HIV tested live on air, and it was something that hadn't been done before, that was kind of out of the box, and it was described as edgy. I said, we love being edgy here on Loud and Brown. But we really wanted to discuss HIV and AIDS in not the negative light that it usually is discussed in.
Abbott and Wright travel to the Midwest Journalism Conference in Minneapolis next weekend. The award winners are announced during the conference's banquet.
The Vietnam War inspired the latest art exhibit at the John A. Day Gallery. Today concludes the Shapes and Shadows exhibit. Galen Brown's artwork was honored these past 2 weeks at the Art Gallery. Brown was enlisted in the military in 1965 and served 2 tours of duty as a sniper.
His style changed over time. He was very interested in incorporating symbols that are related to being in the military. He was also really interested in the American flag. A lot of it reflects his feelings about the war and about politics at the time that he was making them.
Brown was a USD alumnus and a recipient of the Purple Heart for his service in the Vietnam War. He began his journey as an artist after he returned from the war. Brown passed away in 2013 from cancer. His sister now manages the collection, hoping to spread Brown's message.
A controversial new movie is now being shown in Vermilion. The Yote Report's Nick Nelson spoke with USD students about the film.
On Monday night, a free screening of the film Love, Simon, which was released on March 16th, was shown at the Coyote Twin Theater. The film follows the story of a gay teenager who struggles to come out to his friends and family. I spoke to some moviegoers who believe this film is important for society today.
I think it's really important for, people to just understand kind of the culture of LGBT community members, and I think this movie will do a good job.
I don't personally know of any other movies that focus on the LGBTQ community, especially them as like the main character. So I think this is a good movie to kind of break that ceiling.
At the time that this movie hits theaters, teens across the country are coming out sooner and in greater numbers.
According to the Human Rights Campaign, nearly 2/3 of gay teenagers have come out to their classmates, and those who are out tend to view their life in a more positive way. Pulatsky says there is something that everyone can pick up by seeing this movie.
Knowledge about LGBT communities and just kind of the struggle that they go through with coming out to their family, their peers, to everyone.
For the Yote Report, I'm Nick Nelson.
The film is still being shown in the Coyote Twin Theater.
Coming up, find out how one civic organization is helping out the community.
This is Coyote News.
Many students might wonder what the smell is that wafts through the hallways of the Al Newharth Media Center on Tuesday afternoons. The smell comes from the Vermilion Rotary Club luncheons in the Freedom Forum conference room. The first Rotary Club was founded in 1905 and is expanded to 32,000 clubs worldwide, including Vermilion's. The president of Vermilion's Rotary Club says they are a civic organization.
We help out with the welcome table. We help out with Special Olympics, with local high school, and we provide helmets for all second graders here at in Vermilion, and then help with the food bank and various organizations to help people in need.
The 83 members of the Rotary Club raise money by paying their dues and fines. At the luncheons, they get to connect with the other members and listen to speakers to learn more about the community.
It has gotten me out of my circle of where I work at, what I do, and then I can get a chance to meet people about USD, and I can get a chance to hear about what's going on in South Dakota.
To learn more about the Rotary Club, including their upcoming events, visit vermilionrotaryclub.org.
Creative ideas and new concepts are being showcased at IdeaFest. IdeaFest is an annual campus event celebrating student research, creative scholarship, and academic engagement. Undergraduate and graduate students in all disciplines present their work in oral and poster presentations, live performances, readings, exhibits, and displays. Abstracts for IdeaFest were due at the end of February, and most students have been working on their projects and research for several months. Keynote speakers are invited to present their involvement in similar endeavors. The event kicked off for this morning with a student panel. IdeaFest goes until 5 tomorrow night at 5 in the Muck.
Now, Coyote News' Allie Boysen is joining us live from the Muck with IdeaFest student presenter Emmy Schmidt to talk about her preparation for the event. Allie?
Thanks, Lauren. While IdeaFest presentations cover a wide variety of topics, Emmy's presentation covers biology. Emmy? So, what specifically did you cover in your presentation?
I looked at how a bacteria affects the disease outcomes in frogs.
Okay. So what sparked your interest in that topic?
I was in a professor's biology class, and he invited me to come work in his lab, and he introduced me to the subject, and I found it really intriguing in its applicability to other animal systems and even humans.
How has been your experience presenting to other students?
It's been really helpful in sharing research and how anybody can learn about this without having to be an expert.
So what was your experience in doing all the research for this presentation and presenting today?
It was rewarding to present today because I put a lot of work into this project over the summer and even throughout the school year on top of classes and everything. So it's nice to see people show an interest in what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm. So for students that are interested in presenting in IdeaFest maybe next year, can you tell us about your experience getting involved in IdeaFest?
I would recommend talking to your professors and working with them and picking out a project with them because they'll really push you to do your best and you can show off your best at IdeaFest.
All right, thanks, Emmy. IdeaFest continues throughout tomorrow with more presentations located in the Muck. Reporting live for Coyote News, I'm Allie Boyson.
Thanks, Allie. So Alexia, I hear that Chris Nielsen received the National Athlete of the Week award.
Yes, he sure did. We'll tell you about that and more track results next in sports.
This is Coyote News.
Hello, I'm Carter Hofer. Tonight on Coyote Sports, the track and field team continue their outdoor season.
And I'm Lexi Peterson. Diver Isaac Morris was named Summit League Diver of the Year. But first,
though the season may be over, several basketball players continue to succeed off the court. Allison Arns and Kira Duffy have been named to the Summit League Academic All-League team after leading the Coyotes to a 29-win season. Arns claims the award for the second straight season, while Duffy makes the team for the first time following being named an Academic All-American in March. Former USD quarterback Chris Strevler found success at his NFL Pro Day on Saturday. The former Coyote posted numbers in the 40-yard dash, broad jump, and vertical jump that ranked nationally among all quarterbacks in the draft class.
softball season is in full swing. In this week's Sport Report, Caitlin Ryan finds out what the team is doing to prepare for the tough Summit League schedule.
With the school year finishing up, most students are beginning to study for exams, but the USD softball team is working hard since conferences is right around the corner. The team just recently played a game against Western Illinois, and even though they fell short, they are continuing to build up their skills and looking forward to future games. Senior player Emily Winkler talked with me about what they're practicing for.
We want to win, obviously. That's the goal, the end goal. And we want to prepare for a conference tournament, and we really want to do well there. So the more we can prepare now for those and see and figure out what each school is going to do to us and what we need to work on before the tournament, that's kind of where we're at. A bonus from it, I guess, is that we now know what we're going to see for conference, and we can prepare for that and have a better understanding of what we're going to see and hopefully turn the results around come that time.
But according to assistant coach Annie Lockwood, the team has improved greatly since last year, and how close the team has become is just an added factor.
I think offensively, I think that's where our biggest strides are coming. I'm pretty sure we're like 12th in the nation in home runs right now, which is huge. I think our defense has come leaps and bounds from last year as well. I think we're making less errors. I think we're more of a cohesive unit. There's a lot more team chemistry, and I think that's just making us better for years to come. I love working with the girls that I work with. They are so coachable. They really want to learn. They are excited about getting better every day. They come out and they're ready for the grind. And in our second year, we've just made leaps and bounds from where we started last year, and I think we had a great year last year. So they're an exciting group to work with, and I couldn't ask for a better group of girls.
The softball team is hoping that the rest of their season will be a home run. For the Sports Report, I'm Caitlin Ryan.
The team's looking to improve on their 10-8 conference record from last season. But they struggled over the weekend, and they were swept by Summit League rival Western Illinois in their home opener. The Coyotes couldn't get the bats going as they mustered only 5 hits and fell 5-3. Jessica Rogers continued her hot hitting by bringing off 3 RBIs off of 2 home runs. In the second game, hitting picked up for the Yotes, hit 4 solo home runs, but fell 7-4. In Sunday's rubber match, the game was nothing but offense as both teams posted double-digit runs. In the end, the Coyotes were unable to outplay the Leathernecks as they dropped Game 3, 20-12. The Yotes are back in action right now against Creighton and are currently down 9-0.
The Coyotes track and field team traveled to Texas and Oklahoma on Saturday. The Coyotes picked up 2 wins at the Texas State Bobcat Invitational on Saturday. Ben Hammer set a personal best and placed 5th on USD's top 10 list in the shot put after winning the event with a 57-foot, 3-inch throw. The men's 4x100-meter relay team also took home a win after combining to clock 41 seconds. The team featured Ethan Toy, Joe Regan, Jack Toney, and Gawain Williams. Meanwhile, at the ORU Invitational, 3 Coyotes captured wins while the women won the team race and the men finished runner-up. Laura Bowman highlighted the hammer throw at the Invitational for the Yotes as she won the event with a distance of 191 feet, 8 inches. Zion Piper claimed gold in the high jump competition, while Hunter Paulson also won the 3,000-meter steeplechase. The Yotes are back in action next Friday and Saturday at the Sioux City Relays. Chris Nielsen is continuing to add to his collection of both national and league awards and records. Following his record-setting jump of 19 feet and a quarter inch at the Texas Relays on Saturday, Nielsen has been named National Athlete of the Week by the U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association. Along with the national attention for the 2nd time of his career, the sophomore also claimed the Summit League Athlete of the Week for the 5th time this season.
The Summit League announced Isaac Morris as the league's Diver of the Year. The sophomore earned the award for the first time in his career, along with breaking school records and Dakota Dome pool record in the 1 and 3 meter dive. Morris also claimed titles in both dives of the Summit League Championships. He finished the season with 9 event titles and collected Summit League Diver of the Week 6 times.
Matt Mooney has been named to the 2017-18 Lou Henson All-America team. The team is made up of finalists for the nation's top Division I mid-major players. Mooney led the Coyotes to a 26-9 record with 18.7 points per game and finished with the 4th most points in a single season in program history. The men's golf team is 2 tournaments away from the Summit League Championship. Coyote News' Whitney Fowkes is live from the Muck with freshman golfer Tate Arns to discuss their season so far. Whitney?
Thanks, Carter. Spring has barely started, but the USD golf team has already had quite the season. I'm here with Tate to talk about the men's golf team. Thanks for being here.
Of course.
So how has the transition been between going from high school to college golf?
It was just a lot more time is what I found. You put in a lot more time in college, practice every day, which was kind of the same as high school, but you just, with qualifying and class, it's just a lot more time and travel. You put in a lot more time. So.
And so you were supposed to start practicing outside. Has this weather affected that?
Well, we were outside for a little bit, but we ended up back in the dome, especially today and yesterday because of the weather. But we actually were outside on Monday, so it was nice to get out before the tournaments a little bit. But we've been inside most of the winter and now into the spring, which is kind of frustrating, but it's all right.
And how will the rule changes affect the golf team?
And that comes into play in 2019, but I don't really know. I haven't read enough of it to actually know. I just know some of the general ones, and I don't think it'll be too big of a deal. But.
And how do you balance your travel schedule with your academics?
You just have to make sure that you get caught up before you go and talk to your professors. If you're going to miss a test or a quiz or homework that you need to know, you need to just make sure that you communicate it with your professors before you leave.
Thanks, Tate.
Of course.
The USD men's golf team will travel to Columbia, Missouri for the Missouri Tigers Invitational April 9th. Live from the Muck for Coyote News, I'm Whitney Fowkes.
Thanks, Whitney. And if you missed at the top of our newscast, USD just announced Todd Lee is the new men's head basketball coach. Coming up, we asked students if they're thinking about deleting their Facebook after the recent privacy issues. Their answers next.
This is Coyote News.
Facebook recently announced that they were the target of a massive data theft.
We've asked students if they've considered deleting their accounts following the privacy issues.
Here's what they had to say.
No. Nah.
No, I don't think I'll be deleting it.
Because I like to see the drama on Facebook.
I have no idea what that is, so probably not.
Honestly, I don't think it's that big of a deal, so I probably wouldn't. No.
I don't even use Facebook, so probably not. It's not something I think about.
I haven't used Facebook in 2 years, so probably.
I just got a Facebook, so I'm not too worried about it.
I don't really know what it is, but maybe.
I don't think so, no.
Probably not.
I feel like my data is pretty much out there already, so I'm not too worried that more people have it, honestly.
No, because I love looking at the fake news.
I don't think I'll delete my Facebook, but if something happens to my account, I'll try to sue, get me some money off of it.
No, I'm still gonna have it so that I can connect with people from back home.
I honestly don't even have Facebook. I'm more of a MySpace kind of guy, so I haven't kept up with that at all.
So, I don't care. I don't know what it is.
Well, if you are on Facebook, you can check out the SD Coyotes page for more information about the new men's basketball coach.
And also, the Volant also did a story, too, about the new men's head basketball coach, Todd Lee.
Be sure to pick up the new issue of the Volant, out today, featuring a story about the Vermilion Area Arts Council.
And as mentioned earlier in the newscast, the home tennis match is moved to Sioux Falls, and the Dakota Duels track meet's been canceled due to this weekend's weather. That's all for Coyote News.
And be sure to watch and listen for Coyote News daily updates throughout the week on KAOR and on the Coyote News social media pages.
Thank you and have a great night.